boys and girls? Today we're going to do synthetic division. Synthetic division is just a shortcut for normal long division, and it only works if our divisor looks like this. If it's a linear binomial, so it has it has an exponent of 1, and then just a whole number there, or fractional work too. So the way this works is you're going to set that equal to 0 and just solve, and so I get w equals 2. So then that means my divisor is 2. And you don't have to do that every time, just keep that in the back of your mind, or just do the opposite number. Then I take my coefficients, so that's what the definition says using coefficients, so 2, 3, and negative 20. And then if you can multiply and add stuff together, then you'll be solid. So we're first going to bring down the first number, so 2 comes down here. Then I'm going to multiply 2 times 2, I get 4. Then we add, so 3 and 4 make 7. Then multiply those, I get 14. Then we add, so I get negative 6. Now that last number is my remainder. So just like yesterday, we're going to write our remainder as negative 6 and then w minus 2. And I guess we could say minus 6 because that means the same thing. And then, since I have a squared term here, this is going to be 2w and then plus 7. And that's pretty much it. All right. Number 2, I'm going to do a bunch, so if you didn't get it the first time, it's quite all right. So number 2, the divisor, set it equal to 0, or just remember it's the opposite number 1, and then our coefficients 1, 5, and 6. So I bring down the first one, so that's 1. Then I multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. Now I add. 5 and 1 makes 6. Then I multiply. 6 times 1 is 6. Then I add, and I get 12. 12 is my remainder. So my degree is 2, so that means here I'm going to have x, and then plus 6, plus my remainder, 12, over x minus 1. Okay, I'll do a couple more here. Number 3, our divisor is negative 5. You probably can't read that because it's in yellow. There we go. And I got 2. 5 and 1 is my coefficients. Bring down the 2. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. 5 and negative 10 make negative 5. That gives me 25, and I get 26. So it's going to be 2y minus 5 with a remainder of 26 over y plus 5. Okie dokie. That's pretty much how it works every single time, guys. Not a whole lot of trickery involved there. Let's just do, I don't know. Let's try number 4, I guess. Number 4 is a little different. So I got negative 2 up there because it's the opposite number. Then I have, oops, not a, coefficients, right? So I got 1, 8, and then 0, negative 16. Now I have 0 there, just like yesterday. I need a placeholder because I have a cubed, I have a squared, I don't have the a term. That's what's missing, so that's why I put a 0 there. And then from there it's the same thing. So I got negative 2, because 1 times negative 2 is that, it gives me 6. That gives me negative 12. Negative 12 times that is 24, so that gives me positive 8. So this time, since this is cubed, this one's going to be a squared plus 6a minus 12 plus 8 over a plus 2. Okay. You know what? I think that's pretty much all I want to go over. Fractions work the same way. We can do number 6. Here's a chance to pause, do number 6, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, number 6, so we got 1/2 there, or 0.5, and then 2, 13, and negative 8. Bring down the 2, so that gives me 1. Add those, I get 14, it's 7, and that makes negative 1. So my answer is 2w plus 14 minus 1 over w minus 1/2. All right, let's do number 7 as well, chance to pause. All right, so I get 3, and then 7, negative 23, and 6. Bring down that, I get 21. It gives me negative 2. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. That gives me 0. I don't have a remainder this time. So it's just going to be 7a minus 2. Okay. Now the remainder theorem is what we talked about for long division. The remainder theorem was that if we plugged negative 2 in, and we got it to equal 0 when we plugged it in, then it was a remainder. So what we're going to do is take negative 2, and we want to make it a remainder. All right, sorry about that awkward pause. There's an announcement. All right, so we're taking negative 2 and putting it in, and we want it to make equal 0. So negative 2 cubed plus 3 times negative 2 squared plus k times negative 2 minus 2, and then we're setting it equal to 0 because we want it to equal 0. So that gives me negative 8 plus 12 minus 2k minus 2 equals 0. Now it's just algebra 1, solve for k. So that gives me 4 minus 2 is 2, so negative 2k plus 2 equals 0. Move the 2 over, so I get negative 2k equals negative 2, divide both sides by negative 2, and k is 1. All right, number 9, we're the same way. We want the remainder to be 6. I'm going to take 3, plug it in, so I get 3 squared plus 3k plus 12 equals 6. So that's going to give me 9 plus 3k plus 12 equals 6. That's going to make 21, so I get 3k plus 21 equals 6. Subtract 21, 3k equals negative 15. Divide both sides by 3, and k is negative 5. Cool. All right, y'all have a good one. See you later. Bye.